Hello, I'm There's the Cartographer, and this is the 111th video of my Fallout 76 Surveyal series, and here we are at Grafton Dam. Taking a look at the map, right here, on this river to the north and northeast of Morgantown, to the southeast of Grafton, and to the southeast of Clarksburg. So, let's take a look at this place. So, before the war, this was an automated dam. Along with that, it was, after the dam cracked in the war itself, which is why the lake behind it's significantly lower than it's supposed to be. Take a look at that real quick. Now it's orange because of the liquid coming off of the Crass space station, at least that's as far as I can tell. Along with that, after the war, this ended up becoming an outpost of the Appalachian Brotherhood of Steel, and now it is under the control of Supermutants. In fact, this is at times under the control of Mad Dog Malone from the nearby Eastern Regional Penitentiary, which is just up that way. That's part of the event Manhunt. So you can kill him, as I just did, because he was just here and I needed to film, and a robot will come in, take him back to the prison. So let's take a look at this site. You can see the Brotherhood of Steel decorations still up here on the outside, despite the fact that they abandoned this thing, I don't know how many years, but a significant number of years before the end came, back in 2096. Let's take a look around here. Now there's a terminal there. We will read everything on that terminal. There's a holotape. We'll play that holotape. Along with that, it looks like there's a plan right here. This is the first time I've actually seen this plan here. So there you go. I got a plan for a pump-action shotgun, so that's nice. Then heading back over this way, there's a recipe that spawns right here next to this cooking station. We can head back into this little area here. And we have a note here. Esposito Diary, page 12. We got a footlocker. I'm worried about getting a little too far from the dam because there is a scorched officer over there that I already took the silo code from, so if we get too far away they can start beeping again. But we've got final orders for Grafton Dam, the Battle of Huntersville speech. We got a power armor workstation right back here. My guess would be that you can find a power armor chassis back there, but I have yet to see one. Along with that, there's the steamer trunk for the location. I've apparently looted it recently enough that there's nothing in there. And there's the Tinkerer's workbench. Heading back out this way, we're going to get a full look at the site before we start reading the lore. Defensive barriers back here. We can come along this and we can see a whole lot of the lake here. And the scout camp on the far side over there, and Grafton Steel right there. Coming back over this way, we can see these pipes coming out here, and that is actually the first way you're going to get into this place the first time you show up, because these doors are locked, and they, I think they require a key to open. Either that, or there's also a terminal up here. I actually don't know if they require a key. All my characters, I think, have the key, so I was able to open the door no problem, but there is a terminal right here that you can use to unlock it, and then along with that, if we come back over this way, there's also another door up here. Right here, you can see it's locked. One other thing to note, real quick, before we start really looking at this place more, we're still on the exterior of this dam section. Oh, there's a note right there. We can read this note real quick. Grafton Dam sign. Caution! Grafton Dam is an automated facility. There are no personnel on the premises. If you wish to contact the Grafton Dam, please contact Mr. Quentin Geezy for assistance at our offices in Grafton. So there you go. This place was fully automated. If you open this door, though, and you have marsupial, you can jump up on the door itself and jump up onto the roof. And from here, you can just jump around the pipes. I've had some fun doing that. Okay. Now, in this location, I also consider these two houses opposite the dam control station here to be part of the location. But again, the scorched officer's right there. I'm really worried if I get too far from him, he's going to start beeping again. So we're going to read all the lore notes before we go into that, because this is my second time attempting this, and the first time he was beeping throughout that entire thing, and it was unbearable. So let's head back out this way. Okay. Alright, now we're going to go in the way you're going to go in if you arrive at this site the first time. So, and again, you don't have the computer skills to hack in. So we head back over this way. This is the same exact note, the Grafton Dam sign here. So let's head back over here, though, to these pipes. And you can see there's a way into this one. And there's even a ladder here indicating that this guy probably was trying to get in this way. So we drop down into the pipe. Okay. And we start walking back up in here. You can see some stuff on the other side of that. We'll get to that in just a minute. And here we are at the bottom level of the dam. Now down here we've got the first aid kit, some junk on some shelves, some old barrels, things like that. Some more junk right there. And we can also open up this side. And coming in here, we have 5 Mirelurk eggs, of which I've had 2 hatching and Mirelurk hatchlings. There we go. Those 2. And we can take the remainder of the eggs for ourselves to make omelets. Coming back over here, we've got what looks like a dead repairman with his tools. No telling exactly what happened to him. Heading back out this way. We're going to head up these stairs. And now we are in this little supply room here. Sorry for all the buzzing. There are a lot of dead super mutants here. Okay, so let's see. Is that something? No, it's just a clipboard. Okay. So this dead man right here is entirely involved in the cold case quest, of which I've already made a video, so I will link that in the end of this. Coming around here, we got that door here that's again locked, and you get the keys off of his dead body, by the way. I should definitely mention that. You get the keys to the dam off his body. You can find a fusion core in here. Heading back over this way, we've now seen everything over on that side of the dam on this level, so we're going to check out this area. We got a little storage closet with some junk. Coming back this way, there's a trap here, but it's typically been tripped by the super mutants whenever I've showed up. There's this spikeboard trap that's triggered by this bathroom scale. I've never noticed that. It says dead on the little readout there. That's funny. Okay, coming in this way. Weapons workbench. Some more junk. Coming up this way. We got some more junk. A steel worker hat there. Coming further up the stairs. Alright, again, just more junk. Now you can potentially find a bobblehead right here, so I'll show you that now. Okay, and heading back over this way, we got a couple of ways to go. This way's broken though, so let's head around this way. Holotape there on the ground. There is so much lore in this place. Heading back over this way first, we can come into this little room where we see this block setup that says hi. This again is stuff left over from cold case. These things get annoying. So there we go. Here's again that upper door that we that I showed you earlier to jump up onto the roof. Okay, and we're gonna head back this way. And if we come back over here, we can take this and we drop. Here we have this little location right here where the little woods boy was hiding. We've got his Grognak in the Ruby Ruins game that you can take. So that's a little collectible you can find at this site. It's always here. And then again, there's his caretaker right there. Well, kidnapper, caretaker. Okay, dropping down here. Actually, there is. Let's read that. Let's listen to that one holotape that you can find in here. Where is that? There it is. George Smith's memo.
This is Director George N. Smith, recording what may be my final memo. The earthquakes that followed the nukes cracked the dam somewhere. I can't see the rupture, but the lake level has dropped dramatically. The Pioneer Scout camp got it worse, though. Some sort of underground sinkhole dropped most of it to below the normal lake water level. Ironically, it's now at the new beachfront level. If the reservoir were full, it would be totally submerged. I'm heading out now to see if anyone out there needs help. I don't know what I'll find. This is George N. Smith, signing off.
Alright, so we don't know exactly what the old lake level was. I mean, I would kind of assume that sort of cliff level right there, but I don't know. I mean, these trees look like they were maybe submerged, but it's really hard to tell. And it's not, again, it's not easy to tell with this lakeshore exactly what it is that was supposedly underwater before. Okay, though, let's head back over this way, and let's start looking at the other pieces of lore we can find at this site. We'll start off with, right here, first day of command.
So I got my own command now. Bet you never thought that would happen, right? But with all the new blood sergeants training, night, senior night, met up with the representative of the responders. I told her our mission to escort trade caravans, keep the freaks from the Savage Divide away from civilization, and maybe get the dam operational again. She was so grateful, it was almost embarrassing. Day one complete, so far so good. But I miss you. And the hot shower. But mostly you. The old rules about fraternization, I don't know if they apply in the Brotherhood. Maybe we can just come clean and tell Paladin Integrity about us. I know you'd like kids one day too, and we're not getting any younger. Promise you'll think about it. Love you.
Alright. And typically you can also find a mini nuke over here. I was going to point that out real quick before we get to the rest of the lore, but it's not showing up right now. But yeah, you can find a little mini nuke up here. I found it before. I didn't know it was something that was like kind of randomly spawning, and I definitely didn't pick it up because it's a 6-pound weight that I was not looking to carry. Let's take a look at the terminal here, Knight Moreno's terminal. And you can tell this was fairly early on because he's still referring to people as their original army ranks and seems to be confused about the structure of the Brotherhood of Steel. So let's read Knight Moreno's terminal. Grafton Dam Secured. We've successfully fortified Grafton Dam and established a working base. I've sent word to Paladin Integrity. She'll let Harper's Ferry know we're ready to safeguard any traders wanting to make the trek to the mire. Sadly, we haven't been able to get inside the building itself, but Martinez believes the large drainage pipes might be a way in should the need arise. Grafton Dam power reinstated. So Scribe Grant shows up and bangs on the pipes, works with a wrench, and bingo, we got power. Grafton Dam is once again providing power. Power means we'll have an easier time keeping the Morgantown to Harper's Ferry trade flowing. I know Paladin Integrity wants to keep the Brotherhood a military-first outfit, but we could use 1,000 grants. And Harper's Ferry missing hunting party. Some hunting parties gone missing at Harper's Ferry. I've notified patrols to keep an eye out. Their last known location was north of Valley Galleria, but if they got hounded by hostiles, they could be anywhere, including the trade route. Edward Hayes has posted details in their lookout terminal, so we'll be watching for updates. Okay, let's see, we've got the notes over in here and the holotape. So let's look at Esposito Diary, page 12. So that was fun. Brain is a fine communications operator, but not the best pick for command, especially given how the situation's evolving. He took being relieved of command well, though. On the trip over, I saw firsthand that our recon was right. The Supermutants are a growing threat. Is anyone else still reeling? Before the war, this was a nice river valley with farms, factories. Now there are these giant, bloodthirsty mutants kidnapping and killing everyone in their path. First, some damage control. We set a regular schedule for the caravan escorts to the mire and back. If Caravan Sally comes through expecting us to drop everything to escort them now, tough. We have fewer trips with more guards. So there you go. The Brotherhood, when they originally set up here, they weren't entirely involved in their whole safeguarding the technology of humanity from humanity mission. They were actually trying to take care of the locals as well. More so, I mean, than they ended up with later. Okay, so we've got the Battle of Huntersville speech and the final orders for Grafton Dam. We're going to play the Battle of Huntersville speech first because I do believe it comes first.
Civilization. The Brotherhood and responders together have paid a high price to make that word mean something in Appalachia. Despite all the changes, farmers have worked the land. People have learned new skills, and we've built a new world. And the Supermutants threaten all of that. I'm a soldier, a paladin, and I tell you that this is our moment. We will never be stronger, and the Supermutants never weaker. If you're thinking in the heat of battle to run, to live to fight another day, know this. There is no other day. We win here, now. Responders and Brotherhood together, or we will die. So look to your left, look to your right. Promise to give your all to protect them, and they will protect you. Make no mistake, this will be the toughest fight of our lives. But we will win, because we're fighting for something, for each other, for our children, for civilization. Now, let's show these muties what we're made of.
It's holotapes like that that really make me wish that we could play the years in between the war and the scorching. Like that, I feel like it's amazing content that we missed out on by coming out of the vault after it all ended. Anyway, let's look at this final note here. Final orders for Grafton Dam. We expect your squad back at Camp Venture within the month. As you're packing up, please keep Elder Maxon's new orders in mind. We have to secure any valuable and potentially dangerous technology, so a couple parting orders. Use the contacts you've gathered with the responders and even the Free States to see if they know of any hidden caches of technology. I know the Savage Divide has some government research installations. If we can get solid intel on where they are, we can mount a recovery expedition. 2. Determine if anyone, friend or foe, has any technology that is potentially dangerous. Anything involving nuclear technology, laser or plasma weaponry, or anything. Catalog it, but don't act. Knight Wilson and I will evaluate on a case-by-case basis. You must have mixed feelings about leaving the dam, but our mission has grown beyond just protecting civilians. Don't forget it, Paladin Integrity. So, in my video on the General Steakhouse, I said that I hadn't found any mention of the Free States anywhere in any of the Brotherhood stuff. I was wrong. There are actually 2 mentions. This one right here, and one more that you can find at Fort Defiance. But in both cases, they're not talking anything about the Free States other than that they're going to take resources and information from them. Now, in the terminal entries, they also talked about Edward Hayes, who was a member of the Free States, and they talked about Harper's Ferry, and they talked about the missing hunting party, which were members of the Free States that were involved with the Dire Chemical Massacre. But again, that is the only stuff that I have found on the Free States. So I was wrong in my video on General Steakhouse. Anyway, there we go. Okay. Now let's take a look at the one other place that I think is that I consider part of this location, and again I've been avoiding it because I didn't want to get too far from this guy right here, and that's these 2 houses on the other side of the dam. So it's interesting stuff over here. First of all, we got the driver of this truck carrying these barrels that has been launched onto this wire right here. Down at the base of the dam you can see some of those barrels from his truck that are lying down there. Also there's a car down there. There's you know, I don't think we actually went over the plants you can find here. I was just realizing that there's soot flowers over there. There are mutated ferns at the site, wood piles, and there are blackberries on this side of the dam because we're getting close to the Savage Divide, and the Savage Divide has blackberries. So, coming a little bit further over this way. Alright. We got a collapse where the rock has slid onto the top of the dam. Coming over here, we have the first of the 2 houses. You can see that this truck has kind of been parked off the side of the road here. There's the blackberries I was talking about. Looks like somebody was camping here. Coming around this way, some more wood piles. Alright. And there's the boarded up front door. Coming around this way, we have the second house, which strangely appears to have been a farm from the fact that there's a tractor here, but I'm not entirely sure what land they would have been farming because, I mean, there's no field around here. And then right up here, we have a strange little a site here where we have these 2 limousines. No telling exactly what these guys were doing, where they came from. I mean, we can assume that this entire rock slide right here, along with the one right there on top of the dam, perhaps happened on the day of the bombs. And given their proximity to Grafton Steel, we can maybe assume that these were the executives of Grafton Steel trying to flee. That's really the only thing I can consider that makes that much sense. But anyway, I think that'll do it though in terms of the Grafton Dam location. I mean, we've watched over the entire of the main site, and then we've also looked at these houses that are in the proximity of the area. So I think we should just go ahead and take a look at the list of all the junk you can find here. Alright, this has been the Resolute Cartographer. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time.